Good morning to all. Welcome to the today online class. Yesterday we have studied on determination of DWF and WWF. Okay, DWF is equal to, we came to know already, DWF is equal to what? Q1. Okay, WWF is equal to what? Q2. Now Q1 is nothing but dry weather flow. It is purely concerned to sewage. So sewage is generating in the society in the form of actually what you call population into rate of water supply. It is nothing but a water supply to the community. Okay, see, but percentage of sewage generating after supplying to water supply to the society, see, that will be little less than the water supply. That is why we are taking this percentage of sewage. See, this percentage of sewage is 0.7 to 0.8. We are already discussed. Okay, based on that we have solved the problem yesterday also. Now, concerned to this WWF, WWF is nothing but wet weather flow, storm water. This storm water can be determined, the discharge can be determined, that is Q2 is determined by using these two formulas. These two formula means number one is rational formula method, number two is empirical formula method. See, rational formula method we are already solved, even book work also solved, okay, derivation. See, and finally we got this equation. What is that equation? Q2 is equal to AIR divided by 360. See, AIR divided by 360 in terms of what actually? Meter cube per second. Meter cube per second means that is a discharge. See, A is in hectares, I is a constant, R is in mm per hour. If you substitute all these values in this equation, finally we will get 1 by 360 is a constant K. Remember it. Don't again convert these values, the units of these values again. Already converted and finally we got a constant 1 by 360. That is why AIR divided by 360. But while substituting, you have to substitute A in hectares only or in mm per hour only. Don't go for conversion, please. Okay. Now, this is the determination by using rational formula method. Determination of what actually? Q2. Now, here, this formula, this is a equation. See, quantity of water supply supplied to the public is population to rate of water supply. It is common anytime. But you have to convert this units, whatever, that is LPCD, that into, see, totally it is percentage of sewage, everything, metric cube per second. See, you have to convert into metric cube per second. Otherwise, the problem will become wrong. Remember it. What is DWF and WWF? See, I am repeating many times. Don't get bored. Please remember that. See, I am repeating many times because the subject is like this only. Because in future, we are going changing the varieties of problems we will come across. Remember it. See, totally two modules. Two modules means module number 1 and module number 2. Both belongs to this type of problems only. Very, very easy. Only thing is you remember what is discharge. These two discharges are very, very important. You are solving the problem using only rational formula method yesterday. Okay, that is yesterday. Today we are coming in different way. Okay, see, now here you know already, one is combined sewerage system, another is separate sewerage system, another one is partially separate system. See, both are concerned to Q1 and Q2 only. See, one dry weather flow and storm water, that is wet weather flow. If you combine these two and passing through a single pipe, okay, this is this plus this in a single pipe, then it is called combined sewerage system. Try to understand the concept, please. Okay, if you provide Q1 and Q2 separate pipelines, then it is called a separate sewerage system. See, this pure sewage will go to sewage treatment plant and this water will go to, this is a storm water, this will go to the river directly because of not having much pollution. These are runoff. Okay, now see, we are having two pipelines separately, but partially we are given connection to this Q1. This is Q1 and this is Q2. See, agree? This is Q1 and this is Q2. Here in the beginning we are allowing this storm water into this pipeline and afterwards we are stop this and then we are allowing as it is to go to the river stream. This water will go to the, what do you call, sewage treatment plant. Okay, this will go to the sewage treatment plant. And then after the treatment, this water will go to either dispose on the land or into the water body. Water body means already studied dilution. Okay. See, now this is the previously we have done a lot of things. Okay, now let us start with today what we call the another chapter, that is design of sewerage system in another way. Okay, this is nothing but estimation of storm water. Okay, so design of sewerage system and estimation of what we call storm water. This is a Q2. Okay, already we are designed, that means we are estimated Q2 using AIR divided by 360. Please remember this equation lifelong. This is a standard equation, AIR divided by 360 in terms of meter cube per second. Anytime, many times I told you. Okay, now there is a question. See, we have to entering into the second type of problems. Second type of problem we are entering. See, this is very, very important to see that. Now observe here, in the last problem, whatever you have solved, A is known, I is known, R is known, right? See, everything is known, just you have substituted these values and then you got the Q2 value. Q1 value also, all the values are given and you have determined the Q1 value. Now, when this is a question will come now, when these three parameters are unknown. Known means, see, unknown means what actually? So whenever the factors A, I, R are unknown, then how to solve? It is to be noted that it is not so easy to determine these factors. See, you have to think it as a civil engineer. Okay, this is concerned to storm water. See how to determine when AIR is not known, not given in the problem. It's very easy. But only thing you have to see that the concept. Try to understand. Okay, use your common sense and then you solve the problem. Okay, now let us start how to determine. This is a question, right? Now let us start with one by one. Number one is A. That is called what actually? Catchment area. What is the unit of catchment area? It is hectares. Remember it. Now you just I am going to read it. Area can be determined directly from the map of the locality and usually it will be given in the problem. See, the tension will be released. So area can be determined. See, you know, any area, even Belgaum city also, Bangalore city also, Mysore also, okay, any taluk or any village, there is a map. Okay, using that map, we can able to determine the area. So that the catchment area we want to determine, that can be very easily determined. But in the examination, the problem, see, the catchment area will be given to you. See, that problem is solved. Okay, this area is in terms of hectares, they will give you. Next is the number 2. That is I value. What is I value? This is impermeability coefficient. See, that is also called coefficient of runoff. Remember it. The quantity of rainwater that falls on the ground is absorbed by the soil, and the percentage of rainwater that enters the sewers is known as impermeability factor. See, try to understand very carefully this sentence. Okay, whenever there is a rainfall, okay, the quantity of rainfall falls on the ground is absorbed by the soil. It will going to absorb. Okay, see, after absorption what happens? The remaining water will be moving. That is a flow, that is a surface runoff. See, try to understand, if 100% water, if it is falling on this, then it's a 50% will move over the soil surface and 50% will absorb. What is the value now? The I value is runoff. Remember it. This is called coefficient of runoff. Try to understand I value is nothing but coefficient of runoff. Now runoff is how much it becomes? That is 50%. 50% means in terms of numbers it is 0.5. If it is 80% of water is flowing on this means it is 0.8. If it is 60% is moving over the surface, that is runoff. How much it is water is going to reach the sewer line, pipeline. ನೋಡಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ನ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಮೈನಸ್. ಸಿ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 100% ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ನೆವರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಸಮ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ what is the value of I for different surfaces. See, okay, that we are going to study. See, See, this factor, it will be varies from different to different surfaces. Now, we are having a standard I values. Now, how I can be determined? See, the standard values are there. See, according to that, see, they are given a tabular column. This tabular column is very, very important. This will give the idea on I values. Try to understand what is this I. I is impermeability. Impermeability means not permeable. That is not entered inside. The remaining water only is a runoff. Okay. The storm water, it will enter into the pipeline. How much water is going to enter? That is very, very important. That's all. Okay. Now, see here in this tabular column, they are given 7 items. Along with the standard values they are given. Try to remember these values. These are the standard values. While solving the problem, you need of all these things. Okay. These values are like this. See, the first one is watertight roofs. Watertight roofs, the value of I is 0.7 to 0.95. Say it is 0.9. See, they are given the values. That is a range depending upon the type of roof. Okay, depending upon the type of roof, it is varies from 0.7 to 0.9. Okay, please remember it. Now, another one is, see, that is a pavement. Pavement means what? The road. Okay, it is of asphalt or concrete road. Then the what you call runoff is high. Remember it. It is 85% to 90% of water is reaching to the sewer line. That is why this value is 0.85 to 0.90. Say this is a typical values you have to consider. See, that is how much it is? 0.9. If the road is made up of bricks or slab stones or something, then the value will be, runoff will be this much. Then this value, typical value is 0.8. You have to remember these values. But in the examination, suppose you want to write the standard value of I, impermeability coefficient for different surface, then you have to remember all these things. So you have to buy it and produce. Now another one is, see, this is what you call the number 4. It is macadam road. Macadam means what actually? It is like a moram. That is what you call sandy. See, so that percolation is more in moram road. See, in villages we are knowing that if without tar road, so the macadam road is the gravel will be top layer. See, in the bottom you will be getting coarse aggregates. Okay, this macadam road, you are knowing that is a common sense. Huge amount of water is entering inside and runoff is less. That is why the value observed here, that is 25% to 60% depending upon the compaction. Okay, 0.25 to 0.6 is the range of what you call I value. This is runoff coefficient. Okay. Now this value typically 0.4 will be considered for the calculation purpose. Like this, the area may be having many buildings. Then the buildings are many means 0.7 to 0.9 and 0.8 is a typical. Few building means what happens? Land area is more. Surface area, that is a land, the soil exposure, the ground is exposure to the atmosphere. This soil will be absorbing more water. See, many building and few buildings, then the value is less. Only it will vary from 10% to 25%. Okay, it is a common sense that depending upon type of area, that is a surface, the water will going to absorb and remaining water is a runoff. Runoff means moving over this. See, in our college, have you seen civil department? So the civil department, opposite to that, we are having a lawn. Beautiful lawn is there. Whenever there is a rainfall occurs, there is no runoff. Observe here, it is a lawn, it is having no runoff. Very less, few amount of water is going to be drainage. Now you observe here. See, here gardens, lawns, park, etc. The value is that is 1% it is. 1% to 20%. See, this varies with respect to type of soil. That is why the value is very, very low. If runoff is low, then the value is less. If runoff is high, the value of I is more. So greater and small. This is directly proportional to the type of surface. You please remember all these values. Now let us start with how to determine this I value. Suppose in Belgaum. Belgaum, how many wards are there? Around 58 wards or 60 wards in the Belgaum city. Okay. See, each ward is having its own surface characteristics. See, one side is a hard soil, another side is soft soil, loose soil, or see that is a sandy soil. So different area is having different types of characteristics. Then what happens? Runoff. There also pipelines are there. The sewers are carrying the water, that is the storm water, whenever the rainfall occurs in that area. That is how it varies. Then what to do? You have to use this equation. This equation is very, very easy, and you have to remember this. See, this will be treated as capital letter I, and this is equal to sigma A small a into small I divided by capital letter A. See, capital A, this is sigma A into I. What is this I? What is this small a? What is this I? Why we are introducing this sigma? Sigma means what actually? Summation. Now, that depending upon the area, see, let us see that this is small. Sigma A means what? Sigma A is nothing but A1, that is a first area, A1, and next plus A2, A3, etc., etc. Sigma A is A1 plus A2 plus etc. If number of areas are more, n numbers, okay, then I is what actually varies with respect to soil. You know, I value will be not uniform throughout the Belgaum city or Bagalkote or anywhere actually. So that depending upon the area of the surface, it is going to be changed. Please remember. See, now I value is also varies with respect to area and I both are get together in particular area. Remember, that is why always these two will be in joined together. See, that is why how to write this I is value will be changed with respect to area wise. Okay. See, that is why I1, I2, I3, etc. That is why observe here sigma AI is equal to A1 into I1 plus A2 into I2 plus A3 into I3. See, what is the meaning of this area, that particular area into I value? Remember it, the while calculation, you do individually, they will give independent area in the examination. Please see that whatever I am telling is directly to the examination point of view. One problem I am going to show as a model, and remaining problems you can solve very easily using the different question papers. See, okay, now A1 into I1 plus A2 into I2. See, you have to do the calculation carefully, this calculation, okay. Like this, A3 into I3 plus etc. etc. An into n number of areas, n number of I values concerned to that. Okay, now A into I, we are knowing that. What is A? Capital letter A means what? Total area of the Belgaum with respect to small areas, right? The ward number 1 area is different, ward number 2 area is different. See, always for administration's sake or controlling sake, the one area, bigger area, you are going to divide into number of parts so that the administration becomes very easy. The corporators are different. Each ward is having one corporator. Totally so many people we are going to administrate, that is look after the maintenance of that area. Okay, this is a corporation concern. See, the civil engineers must know the city establishment is very important. These are basic things. See, you are thinking that only construction of a house is the responsibility of what you call the civil engineers. No, not like that. Okay, remember, see, this is also one of the very important. For a smart city, see, hundreds of cities are sanctioned as a smart city. The basic work is drainage systems. You are having being a civil engineer, you must know the drainage size. How to fix the size? That is called, it may be underground drainage system or open drainage system. You have to see that the discharge, how much it is going to reach in that area. That is why this one is very important. This topic in this chapter, the fundamentals you are going to learn, okay, with respect to area and with respect to this. This is storm water, okay. See, you know that how much problem will arise during a rainy season. See, in Belgaum, okay. See, the huge amount of, see, our college is in different area, okay. See, the Nanavadi, before entering into our college, that is going to our college, the Nanavadi is the first fellow, okay, the first area you are going to meet. See, that area is somewhat lower area. See, entire water, you are knowing many times the flood condition. Huge amount of water is entering into the what you call roadside, and vehicles cannot move in that area. If you are not properly designed these drainage system, the problem is why flood will come? Because of improper drainage system and not planned properly. See, these are very important for you as a civil engineer. That is why this environmental engineering, very first preference will be given to water. See, smart city means water supply and sanitation. Remember it. That is why this subject will deal with sanitation. Last semester you have studied so many things on water supply. See, water supply, the population forecasting and the treatment of water, of course distribution. Only those things you are studied. Now the wastewater you are receiving after supplying of water supply to the public, you are receiving wastewater. See, as a civil engineer, you must know the treatment, how to treat. Okay, what are the units which are involved? What type of treatment will be given for sewage? So this is called municipal water supply. That is what you call municipal water supply. That is why municipal wastewater you are getting, right? Now here what happens? The finally A. A is what? Total catchment area. That is the sum of all the areas. A1, A2, A3, etc. etc. Right? See, I is the average values we want. Okay, average value you want. To get average value, what you are going to do? See, you have to do this much of circus. Very simple. But whenever the values are unknown, you have to use this methodology. Today you are learning a beautiful, what you call, the design. See, this is not a software. You must use your common sense. Then only you have to solve the problems. Now let us start with the, what you call, another one. The parameter is AIR. A is over, I is over. Now you come to the R. R is nothing but rainfall intensity. We are expressing in terms of what you call mm per hour. This is a third parameter. See, this R can be determined by using many problems. See, what is R? Rainfall data. Rainfall data is very, very important. Mm per hour means the unit of rainfall. Per hour, how much mm? Okay. See, every time the rainfall, the data, meteorological data in your TV, see, this much of water it has come, this much of rainfall occurs in this area. Anywhere in the world, we are expressing in terms of mm. See, mm, see, recently, see, in some of the areas in Karnataka, the flood area, no, it was more than 200 mm, 300 mm, 400 mm. In America, recently, it was reached to 500 plus mm per hour, along with the huge wind. Remember it. See, 500 mm means, what is meaning of that 500 mm? 500 means 50 centimeter. 50 centimeter means half meter. See, the water which is falling from the sky onto the surface, the drainage design and all, just to think it of it. How much drainage? You cannot construct a drainage simply the storms which are occurring once in 5 years or 10 years or occasionally. No. Regular rainfall data we are having. Based on that, you have to collect those values and you have to design the sewer line. See, the Q is the discharge. To estimate the quantity of water reaching the sewer, you are going to do these problems. See, understood? Q1 is population rate of water supply. Q2 is stoichiometer. That is why the stoichiometer can be determined using rational formula method. It is AIR divided by 360. Remember it, okay? Now, let us start with how to determine where the rainfall data is not available. Then what to do? See, if you go to Taluk office or DC office, you will get rainfall data in previous years. See, okay, all the data you will get. It is online also, now it is available. Now, if it is not available in some of the area, wherever you are going to do the new sewerage system. Sewerage means underground drainage system. It is UGD, okay. See, now here, what to do? The general formula you have to use. Under that conditions, you have to use this formula. What is this formula? R is equal to 25.4 into A. This is standard equation. This is called empirical formula. Remember it. Divided by T plus B. Now, what is this is constant? What is A, what is B, and what is T? See, if you substitute these values into this, you will get a R value. See, this is in terms of mm per hour. Remember it. See, this is called a general formula. Whenever there is no data available, you have to go for this. It is a thumb rule. Okay. So, based on this, how to determine the R value? Because AIR divided by 360. R value can be determined using this. Okay. Now, where R is equal to rainfall intensity, this is R is equal to rainfall intensity in mm per hour. Okay. See, now next is these parameters, and then what is T? T is the duration of rainfall. That is a storm. See, the storm is nothing but what actually the rainfall. That is a concentration. Okay. this water flowing over the surface of the ground and reaching to the sewer line. That is why it is called surface runoff. Also, it is called duration of storms in minutes. T is in minutes, not in seconds. Please remember it. Okay. If you substitute these units, whatever we are given here, then finally you will get a mm per hour. Got it? See, the T is always in minutes. Don't convert in terms of seconds. Okay. Now, this is what is T? This is nothing but a time of concentration. See, time of concentration means what? See, there is a chapter in your syllabus in this module 1. You try to go through the syllabus, then you will get all these things. What is T? T is equal to T1 plus T2. What is the meaning of T1 and T2? I will tell you. Suppose I want to go, these are the two timings. Okay, two timings. What is this time? Means, see, there are sewer lines. Once the rainfall occurs, for example, once the rainfall occurs in one area. See, what happens? Rainfall occurs means in the beginning, that area will become saturated first. Then the flow will occurs. The flow means the discharge. That is, the storm water starts moving. See, up to that, what happens? The ground will absorb. In the beginning, it won't flow. See, gradually the flow will be increases. Now, there is a sewer line from that area. See, around 100 meters or somewhere else. Okay, it will start moving towards what you call the drainage. See, the moving time after occurring the rainfall, after occurrence of rainfall, the moving time is from one point to the other point to the drainage system. It is called actually what? Time of entry. Entry time. Okay. See, this is, I will explain one more example. I am going to give, no problem. This is called a time of entry into the sewer line. Sewer means pipeline. To reach, how much time it takes. See, that is called entry time. Another name is a T2. What is T2? See, once they enter inside the pipeline, okay, the sewers enter the pipeline, then flow will starts in the pipe. Okay, beginning it was empty. Now it will moving. See, now moving water, what happens? Slowly the discharge goes on increases, and finally the discharge will become same, steady and uniform flow. ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ನಾನಾವಳಿ ಒಳಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಆಟೋ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಆ ಆಟೋ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹತ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಶೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ರೈನಿ ಸೀಸನಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ಇಟ್ ವೋಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್. ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡಿscharge up to certain, okay, up to certain time. See, how long the same discharge will occur in the drainage, that is called time of flow. Remember it, that is called time of flow. See, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಮಳೆ ನಿಂತರೂ ಸಹ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಳೆ. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಸ್, ದ ರೈನ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್, ದ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. Okay, see, this is remember in your time. You observe here. See how, what is it? That is called T1 is also called TE, and flow is called TF. This is time of entry. This is time of flow. If you add these two times, then you will get the T. That T you have to substitute into this equation. Got it? Now I will give one more example. Suppose today you are planned to, today or tomorrow. Okay. See, we are planned to go to a movie, right? It is in what you call 2 kilometers or 5 kilometers away from your point. That means your room or your hostel or anything. If suppose INX, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಇನ್ನು ಬೆಳಗಾಮಲ್ಲಿ INX. ನಾನು ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಬೆಳಗಾಂಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಯು ಆರ್ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್, ದ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್. That is why we are go on giving very big city which is having some population, X population, okay, and X number of words. If you go to the Google, you ask any question like a baby, see, it will give answer. Try to understand. You are not having capacity to, what you call, ask the question. If you are not asking, who is going to answer you? Nobody will answer. That is why try to answer. That means try to ask the question and get the answers. Now here you observe here, I have told you. See, I have planned to go to movie. See, movie means, see, you have to start from your house. Before starting from your entry, that is from your house, you are preparing yourself, and then you are ready, and then you are moving outside, right? See, from your gate, from your house to the INX, how much time you are going to take to reach that one? You have to plan it. Remember it. See, the movie starts at 6 o'clock evening. Then you have to move from your house. How much time? See, around 5:30. 5:30 to then 6 you are going to reach exactly, right? Or 5:45 you are going to reach. The time required to reach, that is what you called entry time, entry into the talkies. ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋವರೆಗೂ ಫಿಲಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂವಿ. ಸೊ ಮೂವಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ? 2 hours or 3 hours ಇರ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಫ್ಲೋ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೂವಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೀರ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನೀವು ಗೇಟಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. See, there is a flow. See, like this, similar to this, that is, one is a time of entry, another one is a time of flow. See, if you add these two times, see, you will get a total time. Time of concentration ಅಂದರೆ ಮಳೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ this is a general equation you have to use. See, I am telling so beautifully for you. See, now the T we know that, or we know that, what is A and B? A and B are constant with respect to time of concentration. ನೋಡಿ, ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಮಳೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದರೆ, ಸಿ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅಕ್ಕರ್ಡ್, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್, ದೆನ್ ಎ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸೈಡೆಡ್. ಸಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕ್ಲೂ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಆರ್ ಆಸ್ ಫಾಲೋಸ್. ಎ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 30 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 10. ಓಕೆ, ಎ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 30 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 10. When T means the time of concentration occurs for 5 to 20 minutes ತನಕ ನೀವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದರೆ, ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಎ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 30 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 10. We are having only 2 lines to remember, only 2 values. It becomes very easy. They will give time of concentration, whatever the time of concentration arises, and use these values. Okay, see, A is equal to 40 and B is equal to 20 when T is equal to 21 to 100 minutes. When time of concentration occurs in this period, then you use these two. When time is this much, and then you use these two. Then, see, you can use very beautifully these values. Usually time will be given in the examination. See, that you have to use and then find out the value of A and B. Substitute here, R value ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮದು. R value ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. ನೋಡಿ, A is the catchment area in terms of hectares that is available in the map, and then I is what you call the impermeability coefficient. I is I1, I2, I3, A1, A2, I3 is the reference area. So, okay, let us see one by one afterwards. Okay, then R is this one. This is what you call general formula. When the R value, that is rainfall records, are not available, then you have to use this formula, that is empirical formula. This is one. Okay, we are having totally 4 types of equations. You remember maximum number of times you are using this only. Okay, if not given, use this only. If it is given, use it. See, now another formula for the locations where rainfall occurs once in 5 years. Really, the rainfall occurs once in 5 years. Then which equation you have to use? This is a very simple equation. R is equal to 3430, that is 3430 divided by T plus 18. This is a one equation. Okay, where R and T is same as it is. Okay, T is the concentration, R is the rainfall intensity, mm per hour is a direct answer you are getting. This is one equation. When rainfall occurs once in 5 years. Andre flood, storm. Okay, next. For storms occurred once in 10 years, you have to use this equation. Okay, another one is there. When storms occurs once in a year, then you have to use this equation. See, I hope you are all having one small notebook of 100 pages. Write down all the values, all the problems, solve it and practice it yourself. It is not simply theory. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಬಂದ್ಬಿಡೋದು, ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓದಿದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯೋಗ್ಯತೆ ಏನಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. I am talking like anything. Remember it. See, you are working here. We are joined to this institution for studies. Your duty is first preference will be given to studies only. Please, your bread and butter in future is depending upon your score. Scoring is very, very important. See, one fellow will score 80%, another fellow is 60%, another fellow is fail. What is the difference between you are enjoying your time? This is a student life, is a golden life. Again, it is not available. Try to ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ನೋಡಿ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡೋದು, ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಡೈಲಿ 4 hours ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲೋ? ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ? ಎಸ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ವೇಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಟು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ 1 hour, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 2 to 3 hours. ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ? ನೋಡಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಒನ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಟು ಆಲ್. ಅದನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇದನ್ನು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ರೀ. ಜನಗಳನ್ನ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾಳೆ ಟುಮಾರೋ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಆನ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರು ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ಲಿ, ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್. Try to recover those things by using the future semester. ನೀವು ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮಗಳು ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಓದಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಸಾಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯು ನೋ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಲೋನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಏನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ನ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೇನ್ರಿ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ? ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ಲಿ. Okay, don't waste your time. Remember it. Okay, now let us start with a problem. See, this problem is on design problem. This is second type using these equations, whatever you have done now. Okay, now let us start with this. Now in this problem, this is a second problem. See, a city okay, a city of 30 lakhs population, 60,000 hectares, receives an water supply, okay, at a rate of 150 LPCD, 90% of which is returned as spent water. Spent water means ಅಂದರೆ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ. ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ 100 rupees ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ ನೀವು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾ ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಸಿ, ನಾವು ಡೇಟಾ ಗ್ಯಾದರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸಿಟಿ indicates what actually the average impurity factor is equal to 0.58. ಅಂದರೆ 58% ರನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. 58% is run off in that area. Okay, next, time of concentration. What is time of concentration? How much he has given? T is equal to 18 minutes. Next, design rainfall intensity. Okay, design the rainfall intensity using this R is equal to 1500 divided by T plus 32 mm per mm per hour. See, he has given the value. Nodile, design rainfall intensity using this formula anta meaning adu. Okay, that is the meaning. And see, this is called, what is this actually? And infiltration, IN it is. Okay, infiltration rate. They are given infiltration rate is equal to 9,600 liters per day per hectares. See, okay. See, and then what you have to find out? Find out the dry and wet weather flow. Dry and wet weather flow rates. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು. ಏನಂಗಂದರೆ ಡ್ರೈ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆಟ್ ವೆದರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ Q1 and Q2 is equal to how much, and along with the ratio. ನೋಡಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ in previously we are solved, but here they are given more values. Okay, the statistical data is they are given more, and then comment on your results. Already we are knowing that Q1 and Q2, you have to compare with those two. Okay, storm water is greater or sewage water is greater. Then you have to comment on that. Which CSS is required? That means combined sewerage system is required or separate sewerage system is required. Okay, either of any two you are going to consider. Now, in this problem, let us start. See, here what is the question here? A city is having a lot of information. Using this, find out DWF and WWF. That is the problem. Always any problem will be given in your examination. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 6 classes. 6 hours classes are over. 1 week is over. Today what is the date? 10th. See, tomorrow, that is actually I am giving this lecture on 10th recorded. See, now it is today, date is 11. 11th means already 11 days you are spent in the September month. Try to understand, in only remaining 2 weeks are remaining, so that around 20 days, not even 20 days, okay, because Sundays and Saturdays and government holiday you have to deduct, you will get less time. Next month you have to attend the classes. Once the class will start, you have to be sit for 7 hours daily, okay, morning 2 hours, middle 2 hours, and afternoon 3 hours. How much it is? 2 plus 2 plus 3. That is a 4 plus 3 is 7 hours of classes. Okay. See, now be ready. Now ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕುಂತು ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 6 ತಿಂಗಳಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಓಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. ನೀವು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಬಂದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಂತ್ ಆನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇಟ್. That is the first week or second week. See, be ready for all the values. See, that is why you keep on 100-page notebook and enter all the values and notes whatever it is inside the PPT or in video. Start. Nodi, mute ಮಾಡಿ automatically. Mute means and I'll pause and mute. You do it and then get the information and take the screenshot and then use that values. See, like this, the notes will be given to you already. See, along with this video. See, try to repeat and get practice. ಬರೇ ಓದೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೇನು ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಬರಿಬೇಕು. You have to write down. You are readers, not writers. That is why I am telling like this. Okay. Even many of the people, after giving this video, ಓಪನೇ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ರೀ. ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಆದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ, 2 ದಿವಸ, 2ನೇ ದಿವಸ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ, 3ನೇ ದಿವಸ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯಾ? See, you separate all these videos subject wise and store it in a separate manner. And finally, particular subject you can pick up and then you can study. The ideas are so many. ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಓದಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ವ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಫೀಸ್ ತುಂಬೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರ್ತದೇನ್ರಿ? See, try to understand the problems and effort put by your parents. ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಕೂಲಿನಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಓದಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಿ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನೆಸೆಸರಿಲಿ. ಬರೀ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮಲಗೋದು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಉಮಾಯೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓದೋದು ಕಲಿತ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್. ನಾವು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್. ಬರೀ ಕಾಪಿ ಹೊಡೆದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಅಯ್ಯ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಕಾಪಿ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದೇ ಕೆಲಸ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ರೀ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನಾದ್ರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಭಿಮಾನ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ನಾನು ಓದ್ತೀನಿ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ಅಂತ A to Z ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಪಿ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ರು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ನೀವು? 66 ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. 66ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ವಂತ ಬರ್ದಿರೋದು, ಅವರಷ್ಟೇ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗೋದು. ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗ್ತೀರ ಹೇಳು? ಕೇಳಿ, ಎಲ್ಲನೋ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು? ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದು? ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ನೀವು. ಸಿ, ನೌ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಸಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಗಿವನ್, ಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ನೋಡಿ. Now, before solving any problem, you make it to parts. What he has given here, see, dry and wet feather. See, find out your DWF first, then WWF second. All the values are given. You know how to solve this problem also, you know. Self-explanatory it is. All the data are given. The data you have to enter into equation, you will get the answer. Very simple. Now, let us start with one by one. First, you have to find out what you call DWF. Okay. DWF means what actually? Population they are given, rate of water supply they are given, percentage of sewage is 90% also given. Now there is another parameter, very important, that is rate of infiltration. ನೋಡಿ, rate of infiltration ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ, infiltration rate means also same. See, this is 9600 liters per day per hectare. Entire state ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2,000-5,000 ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಂಡ್ರೆಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಸಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 10% ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಓದಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಕೊನೆ ದಿವಸ ಓದ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಾಯಟ್ ಹೊಡಿತವೆ, ಬಂದು ಹಂಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ನಾವು ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ, ಇನ್ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇನ್ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. the water entering into the pipeline through the joints surrounding by the soil. Okay, exfiltration ಅಂದರೆ ಪೈಪಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದು. I have told many times, try to open that previous notes and get it done. Okay, now infiltration means it is coming inside. ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಸಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ದಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ನೋಡಿ, 1 ಹೆಕ್ಟೇರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಲೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ ಡೇ. ಪರ್ ಹೆಕ್ಟೇರ್, 1 ಹೆಕ್ಟೇರ್ಗೆ 9600, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ 9600 ಲೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾ. See, he has given 60,000 hectares. Multiply with these two, you will get so many liters of water per day. See, always the treatment plant will be designed per day only. Discharge in metric cube per second. Okay, the capacity of the plant is, what is that? Per day only calculation. Always. Okay, now let us start with all these things by using, see, the above data required to determine DWF. See, very simple. See, in this first case, we have to determine DWF. For DWF, population into rate of water supply into percentage of sewage. Finish. ಆ 3 ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಅದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಬೇರೆವೆಲ್ಲ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಸ್ಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಮೇಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು 3 ಕೇಸಸ್. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ DWF, ಅದರ್ ಈಸ್ WWF, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 10 ರಿಂದ 12 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ರೀ ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಲ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ the first case. Dry weather flow is Q1. You know, population into rate of water supply into percentage of sewage. Sewage means the water which is entering into the pipeline. You have to add infiltration rate is there given plus. Exfiltration they are given means you have to do minus. This much of water, this is plus. This water plus or minus this infiltration or exfiltration. Then only you will get a total value. See, now let us start with this one. But here the the units you have to convert. Very, very careful. Infiltration rate also they are given. See, if you multiply with that value, I will show you everything. See, population is 30 lakhs, 30 into 10 to the power of 5. Okay, 30 into 10 to the power of 5. And then second one is 1000, that is the rate of water supply. You have to write full form. Don't write P to the power of n. ಆ ಥರ ವರ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಇವನ್ Q1 ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಾರ್ದು, DWF ಅಂತಲೇ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಈ ಅಬ್ರಿವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರಮ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್. You have to write in full form only, because only one problem will be given, that is why. But here number of problems are more, that is why we are showing in short form. Now rate of water supply much 150 LPCD. What is liter? You have to convert in terms of metric cube. 1 metric cube is equal to 1000, that is why liter divided by 1000. Next, per capita per day. Population, capita means population, day means how much per day it is, that is in the denominator. That is why day is 24 hours into 60 minutes 60 seconds. You have to convert in terms of seconds. Now this is a meter, liter becomes metric cube. So metric cube per second. Okay, see, now into percentage of sewage, this is 0.90. Substitute and plus infiltration rate you have to add. See, first you have to calculate this and you have to calculate this. You add these two, you will get the answer. See, very, very simple. Now hectare, this is a per hectare. That per hectare means how many hectares are given? Area they are given 60,000 hectares. Now infiltration rate of infiltration is they are given 9,600 into 60,000, so that we will get this final answer. Now here again liter per day. Hectare will cancel. Okay, this is a liter per day. This liter means divided by 1000, that is 1 metric cube. Okay, then metric cube is ready. Then D you have to convert in terms of seconds. See, now this 24 into 3600, totally you will get so many metric cube per second. Please try to understand, metric cube per second. Next, that is continuation. Q1 is equal to this plus this. See, this value, see, observe here. See, we are given one value DWF, another value is infiltration. This plus this, that is Q1 plus Q2. Q1, that is a Q1 is equal to these two values. See, if you add these two, you will get 11.36 metric cube per second. You study once again and find out these values, whether it is coming or not. Check all the values. Okay, because each and every model having a 2 problems or 3 problems. Try to understand my humble request. See, try to study and 2-3 times solve without looking into your video. You solve the problems. Even you are having textbook. That textbook solve problems. You write down separately. See, my advice is keep a separate notebook for only problems. Best. Finally, ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Model number 1, what are the problems? You solve around 4-5 problems, leave it. And next, model number 2, 1-4-5 problems, solve it, leave it. Like this, you go on doing now itself. At the end, it is highly impossible because number of subjects are more. Now, workload is very, very less on you. So, you can start your pickup like this by scoring this. Okay. Now, so Q1 is equal to 11.36 meter cube per second. That is called DW. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಮುಗಿದೇ ಹೋಯ್ತು. 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನು ಇರಲ್ಲ. 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬಂದರೂ ಫೇಲೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? 1 rupee is less than 100 rupees, it is 99 rupees, never be 100, remember it. And another fellow cannot give the marks. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಯಾರೂ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. See, if it is a 34 marks means fail. Like that, try to understand my humble request. Okay. Now, second case is WWF. This is Q2, how to determine. Q2 is equal to AIR divided by 360. This is again, what is A, what is I, R. Again, given. See, if you are not writing all these things, if you substitute directly from the question paper to answer here, see, you will be failed 100%. 0 marks barodu, because sufficient time is available in the main examination. Just to show what is this. ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ? 60,000 hectares. What is I? I is impermeability factor already given 0.58. That is 58% of water is runoff. Okay, this is A, this is I. Agree? This is A, this is I. Okay, next is what you got? I is over R. R is rainfall intensity. See, rainfall intensity they are given, and time of concentration also given 18 minutes. Okay, given rainfall intensity, the equation they are given directly. R is equal to 1500 divided by T plus 32. T is equal to 18. Just you add it, you will get how much it is? 50. 50 into 1500, how much it is? So this will comes to 30 mm per hour. 30 mm per hour. See, next you have to go to, see, this is 30 mm per hour, or we are get. See, AIR. Substitute it, you will get the answer. See, now here, see the Q2, AIR divided by 360 meter cube per second. See that Q2 is equal to, A is 60,000, I is equal to 0.58, and R is equal to how much? 30. We got that 30. Just divided by 360 constant. See, if you do like this, Q2 is equal to 2900 meter cube per second. You cannot reduce or you cannot increase. See, the formula they are given. If not given, you can use general formula. If it is given, you take that value only and then find out that answer. Q2 we got it. See, you are having Q1 and Q2. What you have to find out actually from the problem? What you have to find out? Tell me. See, here find out DWF and WWF. ನೋಡಿ, ಎರಡು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ವಿ ನಾವು ಈಗ. We are determined DWF and WWF. And now you have to go for ratio. Ratio means what? Q1 divided by Q2. Very simple ಅಪ್ಪ. ಆ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದಿರ್ತದೆ. See, you have to show the answer should be in box. See, I am writing in this type of box. See, this is infiltration rate. You add these two, you will get the total value. This is in the box. Q1 is equal to this value. See, and Q2 is equal to, already we know that how much it is? 2900 meter cube per second. Okay. See, that is why Q1 you know, Q2 you know. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಗೋಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು ಕಣೋ. That is the third case is ratio between DWF and WWF. See, I am taking much time and telling very slowly. See, try to understand and solve the problem. Become an expert. ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಮುಗಿದೇ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಈ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು. You go to the syllabus. Okay, many times I have given. Go to the syllabus. Only the problem. See, again the new type problems will be solved in the next class. Okay, now Q1 divided by Q2, DWF and WWF. Okay, next this is 11.36 and this one, and then this is 1 divided by the value. This is 1:255.28. So you maintain 2 digits or 3 digits because meter cube is 3 zeros. Meter cube ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1000 means 3 zeros. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ this is a discharge, that is why. meter cube per second, both will cancel, and finally only the values you will get. Now after this, what to do? In this problem, what they are asked, tell me. See, this is comment on your results. Find out this and this. Got it? Ratio also ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Next, comments on your report. See, now let us see that how much it is. See here 1:255 times ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. 1 ಲೀಟರು ಏನಿದು ಸೀವೇಜ್, 255 ಲೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಮೋಟರ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಯೂಜ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ 1:100 ಅಲ್ಲ, 1:50 ಅಲ್ಲ, 255 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್. ಇದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಹಾಲು 10 ಲೀಟ್ರ್ ಹಾಲಿದೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ 1 ml ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ, ಮೊಸರಾದರೂ, ಒಂದು ನಿಂಬೆಹಣ್ಣಿನ ಡ್ರಾಪು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಈ ಸಿವೇಜ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಡೆಡ್ಲಿ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ವಾಟರ್, ರೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ, ಸೊ ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ದಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್? ನಾವು ನೋಡಿಲಿ, ಆ್ಯಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಈಸ್, ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಈ 2 ರೇಷಿಯೋನ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಆ್ಯಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ and or very low, okay, very small or low, it will not be desirable. It is not desirable to provide a combined sewerage system. ಕಂಬೈಂಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ Q1 + Q2 ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದೇ ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಬೈಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. 2 ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಬಟ್ಟೆ ನೀರು ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಸಿವೇಜ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? STPಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. STP ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿವೇಜ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು STP. ನಾವು that is why it is not desirable. That is why they are given. See, that is why they are given not to be, that is desirable to provide combined sewerage system, because the huge amount of storm water will get unnecessarily polluted. ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ? ಎನ್ಸ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಸಿವರೇಜ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ರೆಕಮೆಂಡೆಡ್, so that the storm water can lead to the, what you call, natural stream, can lead to the natural stream without treatment, and DWF can be lead to the sewerage treatment plant. ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು Q1, ಇದು Q2. Q1 will go to the sewage treatment plant, Q2 will go to the river. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನೀವು, ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ you have to go for, what you called, you have to go for, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಸಿವರೇಜ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್. ಸಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋ ಈಸಿ. ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್, ಸಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ವೇರ್ AIR ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋನ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಫಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮಲ್ಲಿ DWF ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದ್ವಿ, ರೇಷೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಮುಗೀತು. ಈಗ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೆ, ಇದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರಿ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏರಿಯಾ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಂಥ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಐ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದಿದೆ, ಈ ಏರಿಯಾ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸಿ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಓಕೆ, ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಲೊಕ್ಯಾಲಿಟಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಎ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ಐ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಐ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್, ಐ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ AI ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ. ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ AI ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ A ಈಸ್ A1, A2, A3 ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ಐ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, 6 ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ನೋಡಿ, DWF Q1 ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು, Q2 ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು, ಇವೆರಡೂ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ರೇಷೋ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಕಂಡ್ರು 12 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. ಸಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ದ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್. See, unless otherwise practicing, it won't come. It is a very easiest subject. It is one of the best subject, knowledgeable subject. Try to understand. You have to apply it to the field. No ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ನೀವು ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನಿಂಗು, 3D ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು CAD ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಟೋಟಲಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ದ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್. ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಟೈಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪೋಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮದು. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ರೀಡ್ ಥ್ರೈಸ್ ದ ಯುವರ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್. ಯಾವತ್ತು ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಹಳೇದಿದ್ದರೆ, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್, ಯು ರೆಫರ್ ದ ಯುವರ್ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ, Thank you very much for listening my lecture. Okay, thank you so much. I have taken a lot of time to tell one problem. See, it is a worth. See, it is a full 1 hour I took this class. Okay.